The U.S. is entering a period of financial tightening, digital control expansion, and social instability while the cost of living continues to rise. Let's get into this video. The dangers of staying in the U.S. and 5 reasons why you need to leave now. So the first reason is finance and money. Leave while you still can use cash. Now, the Genius Bill was just signed by President Biff with his marker, all right? And what the Genius Bill is, it centralizes control of digital dollars, right? Digital dollars are called stable coins. Because you can still use cash for buying groceries, for paying your bills, for buying your flights out, this is the perfect time for you to try to leave the States as soon as possible. So right now, there's no requirement forcing you to switch to these stable coins. But here are 3 things that you need to look out for, okay, in the near future. The first is slow removal of cash options. What this means is banks and businesses will gradually start to refuse payment options or make it harder for you to use cash. Banks will limit cash withdrawals. They'll limit the amount of money, the amount of cash that you can get from these ATM machines, and they'll make you pay higher fees just to get cash. I haven't been in the US for 10 years, so comment down below if you notice that these changes are happening. There was something weird that happened to me while I was in Vietnam. I tried to get a certain amount of cash out, and it wasn't a lot. I got this message telling me that the amount was too much, or that the amount that I could withdraw was limited, or I went over the limit. Something weird. The second thing to look out for is infrastructure shift. Okay, so this means as stable coins and digital payment systems expand, governments and large corporations will phase out cash machines. I know this is happening in other parts of the Western world, other Western countries. This is what you see. The banks are getting smaller, and there's less physical banks that we're seeing out here. So this is already in effect. So there's less physical bank branches and less cash-friendly services. So this is what you need to look out for. And in the future, it'll become more and more inconvenient for you to use cash. Also, control and tracking, all right? Because this is what this whole thing is about, the Genius Bill. Stable coins can be tracked, frozen, and controlled by the government under this bill. Cash can't be controlled like that. These stable coins can be frozen for whatever reason. Cash is slowly being phased out, which means you will lose privacy and control that cash currencies provide. This is what makes this Genius Bill dangerous. It limits freedom from transactions, and it's setting the stage for financial surveillance. It puts your money under government and bank control. It takes away your privacy and freedom to transact, to buy what you want, sell what you want. If you value your financial freedom and privacy, now's a really good time to take it serious, to start looking for other and better places to live. The earthawaits.com is a website for those of you want to move abroad but aren't sure where to go or how much it will cost. You compare your current cost of living with cities worldwide according to your family size, lifestyle, and income. It helps you see exactly how far your income can go abroad, so you can plan your move with data and not fear. Also, when you move overseas to the right countries where the dollar's still strong, you can enjoy a lower cost of living. Reason number 2 is your health. I want to talk about things that are not so obvious. They have GMO food that's killing people. You have the media pumping fear into all of us. That's why I say just turn the televisions off. But here are some things that you might not have thought about. Medical debt traps. So in the US, let's say something happens to you unexpected. A single hospital visit can bankrupt you, even with insurance. There are many other countries that offer affordable, high-quality health care. The US allows all types of hormones and chemicals and whatever. Basically, you can sell whatever in the US. If it's dog poop on a stick and people will buy it, they will sell it. There are a lot of chemicals and other hormones that are banned in many countries, but not in the US. Living abroad can give you cleaner food, real food, and it can improve your health overall. Better work-life balance. In the US, work never stops, and they treat you like a battery. I'm sure we've all experienced burnout. I don't care what it is you do. I've experienced it as a teacher. There's a lot of people experiencing all types of burnout. In other countries, it's not like that. I remember working in China when I was working in a university there. I went in, I taught my classes, and then I left. And I had plenty of time to rest, to travel, to do other things and enjoy my life. So it wasn't just about working all the time. Now the US is never going to change as far as work. They treat you as a battery, which is terrible for your health. Reason number 3 why you should really consider leaving the US: because it is dangerous to stay. Lack of safety. I want to talk about surveillance state expansion that's happening now. With bills being signed like the Genius Act and the CBDC pilots, the U.S. is moving towards financial and digital surveillance that takes away all of your privacy. Now, the CBDC is Central Bank Digital Currency. So the central bank digital currency has the ability to track, freeze, and limit your spending directly for whatever reason. This normalizes federal micromanagement of your money, again, taking away your financial freedoms. So this is a serious safety breach. Next, under safety, is community over isolation. And I say this because just imagine you have no community or have very little community where you are, and you have all of these negative changes happening. You have crazy people, you have people around you with guns and a whole lot of mental instability. Do you want to be neighbors with people who are like losing it out here and have guns and are just basically spazzing all the way out? Do you want to be in close physical proximity to these people? It's very unsafe. It's unsafe for you. It's unsafe for your family. It's definitely unsafe for your children. It's important to be around people who are mentally stable. And yeah. Next, gun violence. So you can lower your anxiety significantly by moving to a country with less random violence going on. Okay, you want to move to a country that's peaceful, and there's nothing peaceful about the US right now. Reason 4 is legal system unpredictability. It's as if the Constitution is being treated like toilet paper right now. So yeah, that's about all I have to say with that. And reason number 5 is political tension fatigue. Dealing with the political unrest going on, you can escape the constant polarization, protests, and stress of the US politics and choose to live somewhere that's more stable and that has less racial tension. Moving abroad isn't about running away. Don't make it about running away, even though it's an intelligent decision to make at this point. because it's getting very dangerous staying there. But you can make it about stepping into a freer, more aligned life for yourself. So comment down below and let me know, which reason do you agree with the most? Also, what would you add to this list? I'm Ronnie Light. Thank you for watching this video. I am a 10-year expat, mom, wife, teacher, traveler, looking for those places and spaces that make me feel like sunlight. And if you're on the same path as me, if you're looking for places of peace and safety where you can be the best you, where you can self-actualize, to make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this video, and stay tuned to the next video, because I have a question for you. Would you move to a country where you could rent an apartment with Western standards for $1,200 a year? I said $1,200, $1,200 for the year. If this is of interest to you, make sure that you watch the next video. This is Ronnie Light signing off, encouraging you not to stay in a place where Biff is writing your freedoms away with his marker, but take control of your future and go where you glow.